New data from the Montana Office of Public Instruction shows grim numbers when it comes to standardized test scores. While the nation's report card says Montana students ranked above the national average in math and reading proficiency, those numbers are trending down. MTN's chief investigative reporter Andrea Lutz is taking a closer look at why Montana's scores aren't improving.
Don't run. Another school day over. The Duncan sisters greeting their mom after school for pickup at Manhattan Elementary.
Grace is a really emotional child.
And Sheila Duncan says both her girls learn at their own pace.
Two very different learning styles. Josie is probably more book learning, and Grace is just one of those kids that when she gets a spelling list, we're going to have to work at it every night. But Grace is also the child that taught herself to ride her bike before her older sister.
So when it comes to standardized testing, Sheila says test scores don't reflect her child's ability.
I would get the tests back and I would be like, I don't understand. Why aren't they getting these good grades?
School districts all across the state of Montana use a variety of different standardized testing. However, one method, the Smarter Balanced Assessment, is mandated in every single school district.
On the surface, the results appear grim. In grades 3 through 5, proficiency rates were just 49.8% in English and language arts, just 44.7% in math. In grades 6 through 8, proficiency rates were just 50.3% in English language arts, just 39% in math.
This isn't right. This isn't appropriate. There's a problem. We're not going to shuffle this one under the bed. We're going to make sure that we put a bright light on it. We have to shout this thing out.
Montana started using the Smarter Balanced Assessment just 5 years ago.
We get the lowest allocation at the state level.
Standardized testing is federally mandated, and since the test scores give little indication on how students are adapting. A state-by-state comparison on test scores from 11 Smarter Balanced states show Montana with a slight to no gain, and the author of the study even giving Montana an F when it comes to student growth in test scores from year to year.
Are parents liking this?
Well, you know, I'm sure they're not. I know I'm a parent. I'm a grandparent. I'm not liking it either. But I think the message is there's something wrong. There's a problem. So let's come together and figure it out.
Superintendent Elsie Arntzen already knows how the numbers look on paper, but says now there's enough data to implement a plan for improvement under the Every Student Succeeds Act.
What we have been doing under my leadership is seeing what is happening between grades, and especially that transition from elementary to middle school. We seem to be having a learning curve from 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but then it levels off and then there's a decline.
This new test score data is proof Montana students have room for improvement.
If you were going to give a letter grade, as a teacher would do, to these proficiency scores, what would it be?
That'd be a C or better. And you know, that's not me. I'm an A+ girl. I am, and you know, everybody wants to do better. That's the one important thing that I think we, as parents and as community, and even at the state, we can say, let's talk about growth.
Growth.
Well, they're all right here.
Also something Sheila looks for when it comes to her daughter's learning.
My feeling with standardized testing is, you know, we're taking all these different kids that learn differently, that act differently. If you stand in school for even a couple hours, you're going to see kids in different groups with different kinds of kids, and we're putting them in one standard box.
And two different learning styles that she knows she must help guide as a parent.
You know, it takes a village to raise a child, and that's absolutely true. I cannot lay everything on the school system. How did I help my kids? That's it.
Andrea Lutz, MTN Investigates.
In the coming months, we will learn from the Montana Office of Public Instruction about a plan to make test scores higher. Superintendent Arntzen has directed her team to analyze the data and could even form a task force to take on the issue. Those with OPI say that while the Smarter Balance Assessment is challenging, it doesn't directly translate to grade level performance. And remember, just 12% of the total education budget comes from federal dollars.